All right, so now we are in section 4.3, last section of this module. Yippee. All right, so your learning objectives. You're going to describe the describe the challenges of establishing causation, define the scope of inference, and describe data ethics in designing studies. All right, scope of inference. What type of inference can be made from a particular study? The answer depends on the design of the study. Well-designed experiments randomly assign individuals to treatment groups. However, most experiments don't select experimental units at random from the larger population. That limits such experiments to inference about cause and effect. Okay, so observational studies. They don't randomly assign individuals to group, which rules out inference about cause and effects. So observational studies that use random sampling can make inferences about the population. So here, you can think we're individuals randomly selected. We're individuals randomly assigned to groups. So if they were randomly selected, okay, and randomly assigned to group, then you can make inferences about the population and inferences about cause and effect. Now, if they were randomly selected, okay, but they were not randomly assigned to groups, then you can make inferences about the population, but not about cause and effect. If they were not randomly selected, okay, but they were randomly assigned to groups, then you cannot make inferences about the population because you don't know if they were from an entire population. And you cannot now, or you can still make inferences about cause and effect. You can still see what's going on. However, if they are not randomly assigned to groups and they were not randomly selected, no inferences can be made. So a well-designed experiment tells us that changes in the explanatory variable cause changes in the response variable. A lack of realism can limit our ability to apply the conclusions of an experiment to the setting of greatest interest. In some cases, it just isn't practical or ethical to do an experiment. Consider these questions. Does texting while driving increase the risk of having an accident? Well, seriously, are you really going to want to have people text while driving and try to see what's going on there? Okay. Does going to church regularly help people live longer? Does smoking cause lung cancer? Well, you don't want to make people start smoking. It is sometimes possible to build a strong case for causation in the absence of experiments by considering data from observational studies. When we can't do an experiment, we can use the following criteria. If the association is strong, the association is consistent, larger values of the explanatory variable are associated with stronger responses, the alleged cause precedes the effect in time, and the alleged cause is plausible. Discuss how these criteria apply to the observational studies and relationships between smoking and lung cancer. So think about that. All right, complex issues of data ethics arise when we collect data from people. Here are some basic standards of data ethics that must be obeyed by all students that gather data from human subjects, both observational studies and experiments. All planned studies must be reviewed in advance by an institutional review board. All individuals who are subjects in a study must give their informed consent, and all individual data must be kept confidential. So section 4.3, pretty quick, not a lot, but definitely you need to think about all the ethics and how you can make inferences of what's going on. Congratulations, you made it through Module 4, and I'll see you in Module 5.